You too.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time.
Wrong with that?
This is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45.
That Busan was a championship squad.
15 yards and a new set of downs.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Back to the line they come, second down. Staying with Walker. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle there from Dalvin Tomlinson.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better shot. That play, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
That's good for the Seahawks.
Here's Walker running right. Makes his move towards the sideline. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter and blocking to get a big run like that.
And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line. And the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9.
Well, the same thing.
But if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that forces them to fourth and goal.
Two. It's all.
Well,
Yes!
He missed it. An easy kick, but he mishit it left. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. First and 10. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon. Give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got first and 10 right along the 20. Benson once more. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the second here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they meet right at that line. And they didn't have to try and backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle. I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, early momentum with that field goal.
Tap.
And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41. Now an inside give to Walker. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
I've literally done all that.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Has him on the quick hitter. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be fourth down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
On their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about two. They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. And the call won't work out. That's incomplete. We're going to have a change of possession on the other side of our 2-minute warning. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
Possession.
Tyler throwing here. Here's a screen. It's Connor. He takes this down to the opposing 47. Tackle made by the rookie from South Carolina, Nick Emanwari. 8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Murray on third down. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's fourth down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the ball.
Oh, and it's a fake. Punter with the football. Oh, boy, it's intercepted on the fake. And the Seahawks take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this first and 10.
Don't get frustrated. Don't let it go on.
Darnold looking to throw.
I will be back. Five.
No way.
And he is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Walker on first down. And he drives that puck backward on a gain of 4.
A humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Now Darnold off the play action. Throwing across his body, and he's back. Defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They're going play action. It's Murray. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Looking to throw. Left side.
No.
It's intercepted. And the Seahawks will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
I think they were going to be grateful just to get the ball back, but now look at where they're getting it, Kate. This is already inside field goal range. I promise you this, they're going to be disappointed if they don't get at least 3 points off that takeaway.
First and goal. Here's Walker.
Over there.
And he's into the end zone. No time left, and they take the lead right as halftime arrives. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. Good work so far. He's got room. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Chucks this one deep down the right sideline. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice first goal here from the 2.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Throwing here, Murray. Chased out to his right. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3.
Seahawks 7. Chad Wyland to kick off.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors.
You can give it a tap.
And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41. Smith and Jigba going in motion right. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
All right, he's got a pick. He's now got a sack. I know we don't have hat tricks like hockey or soccer, but if he can recover a fumble before the game ends, why don't we invent a new stat and consider a defensive hat trick or something like it?
Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. They'll give up the gut to Walker. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking to throw. That'll be the first and more. And they make the tackle at the 38. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains. Now Walker. Give him about 3 on that 1st down carry. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that means 3rd down coming up. Handoff to Walker from the gun. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
And the Seahawks, first down. A gain of 9 yards.
Running with Walker again.
First down.
And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we're through 3 here. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Walker now from the gun. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 9 yards.
They go with Walker here. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
At the 11-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now here he goes on the boot. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 4th quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead.
Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. Murray setting up to throw. Here's a screen to Benson. Room to work at the 35. And he'll finally be taken down right along the 40. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 18. And the Cardinals, first down.
Murray here on 1st down. And that throw just too high for him. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Tariq Woolen on the coverage.
Now Kyler. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He'll throw it. Into the hands of Harrison. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. Finds Benson out of the backfield. Gets to space right side. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Setting up to pass. Dumps it off to his running back. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone.
Seahawks 5-yard line.
Here he is to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything.
And his kick is no good, and that could be a big one, Brock. They fail to push the lead to a field goal. We know what that means. Now even more pressure on their defense. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. He'll look to throw it. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Back to throw. Could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson makes the play. The Cardinals make the play that should win them this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, strike out, go an interception. But you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner. And throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
So the Cardinals pick up the win in this one. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days. Always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me give you this ass whipping first, real quick, before you get tired. I don't want to hear no excuses. I will go ass. Yes. Who's next? Why do you work? I know who I am.
He next.
And good offense, JD too.
Now, from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Gonna get things started. And off we go from the Windy City. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Williams gonna throw on the first play. Open man, that's Luther Burden. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Bears first down.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of 18.
First and 10.
And the Bears first down.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Over the middle, he's got Burden. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Williams. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 3. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Play action. It's Murray. Forced out wide. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. James Conner, the intended target. And it'll be third down.
8 yards to go.
Murray's going to throw again. Rolling right. And that is incomplete. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
They're going on fourth down. Murray. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. A play fake. Now Williams. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's going to have the first down and more. And he'll take this one in. Durham Smythe, touchdown Bears.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively. Because if there's one thing in the NFL,
some of it can be a little bit.
Big plays.
I mean, anything in life, obviously, you got to put some work into it. So.
For the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bears will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Out to his right. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. 2nd and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football as they begin with 3rd and 8. Murray will throw. He'll try to work the screen with Conner. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway. So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold it on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast and the ball falls incomplete.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 20 yards on that pass play. It's an Arizona first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Cardinal first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Gervon Dexter. He gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Sit. It'll work Connor in the middle here. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Now Murray on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for runs. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Yo, do you have a mic, my nigga?
Green. Murray throwing on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Gonna give the ball over on down. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
Did I play you yesterday?
First down.
Who won?
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Williams. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Number 1, 2nd and goal. Swift will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Good return as he takes it across the 30. On 1st and 10, Murray.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
Flush to his right. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Huge loss on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Oh, baby.
Now Murray. The open man is Wilson. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now it's Murray. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Now Murray on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock, catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away. On 3rd down, Murray.
Baby.
He's going to pick up the first down and more. Now timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. As that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Yards, great.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Throwing again is Murray. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Chicago. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick six.
Fuck.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Murray now. That's caught to the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Chad Ryland now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Cardinals are able to cut into the deficit.
Illinois up 10. Whoa. Shit, boy.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This taken around the 11. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
There we go.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Wolverine, you take that gift, big dog.
Throwing is Williams. Exiting the pocket
It ain't
right.
looking good for
It's
these
going to be
now, right?
incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And that'll set up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And this is going to backfire in a big way. Going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on down. On 1st down, Murray.
Fucking God.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterbacks just forced to throw that one away.
2nd down, Murray. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
loss of 3 yards. It's third down. Third and 13.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Murray looking to throw. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it's going to be fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. He's going to look downfield once again. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. On first and 10, it's Williams. That is caught downfield by Odunze. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 20.
An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
What is that?
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's in. Holston Loveland. Touchdown, 10. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. We'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 43, here's second and 6. Murray going to fire this one out to Harrison. Inside the 20. And he will go all the way. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
His kick is good.
A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch. That's a risky call here, but I understand what they're thinking. You find yourself down in the third quarter. How do we steal some possessions? How do we get the ball back to our offense to cut into this deficit? But now in return, it's your defense that now has the tough task.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for.
Brings up second
And that will lead to a second down.
Ready to go.
They'll put Loveland in motion. On second down, it's Williams. Now he'll run it. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. That one good for 29.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
Off play action. Here's Williams. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Cardinals will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Get that one out to Connor. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 21, here's second down and 6. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Room to run, past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Arizona.
On the give. This is Connor. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
No more water.
Murray will throw. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. Into space at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now, Murray. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll fire one deep for Harrison.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
Murray on third down. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
To throw again is Murray. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away. This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal. On the run to the right. Taking off. And he will score. Tyler Murray. Touchdown, Arizona. Extra point now by Riley. It's up and through. And the Cardinals back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by the former Wolverine, the rookie from Michigan. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Murray now on 2nd down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
3rd and 2. Now Murray. Trying to get there.
Good awareness there on 3rd down. He's thinking there's nothing there. Tuck it and head for the sticks. He's able to get the first down himself, avoid any big contact. And the biggest thing is he keeps the drive alive.
Now Murray on 1st down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down, 8 for the first down. Working out of the gun, Murray. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Murray. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Here's a shot toward the end zone.
Right.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Bill drops a throw. He finds his tight end. That's Smythe. And now we'll get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game.
And 3 at the 33-yard line.
They will run it over center with Swift. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
It's the quarterback with a sneak, and he'll indeed pick up a Bears first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion. To throw, it's Williams. Moving to his right. There he goes again. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40.
Love me. Love me. Oh, man. I mean, the Jets got a better running back. Giants got better defense than the Giants. They got threes. You got careful. Nah, but it's like it's the players though. You know what I'm saying? Like the Giants D line. Like they literally got like the best D line in like the game or even the league. All right, they only down 13 right now. Love me, love me. His ass over. Right.
May 1st, 2026, T1G presents the first annual subscriber playoff. The top one is in.
So here, we can switch.
When your girl watches, don't do that. Like, oh, nah. See. Oh, come here. Hey, yeah. I ain't gonna, yo, now you might as well take the game in the other room or something. Like, you know. I bet. Let's be safe for this city. Alright, yeah. You want, I got you. Oh, Justin Fields. Oh, yeah. Yeah, alright. Yeah. Oh, we'll jump over him. Oh, my God. Yo, just be for this offensive every time. Offensive all game. Time. Oh my God.
No, I'm good.
Now we got him. It sounds good. About 6 7 6 7. Uh, I'll block and kick. You know what I'm saying? It's a 6 8. Okay. Him in the 6 8. I was. For Christ's fault. First play. You like nothing's happening. Yeah, he's pretty. Okay. Alright. Okay. Watch it. Watch it. Now, now we should have played that better. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who that is, regarded it, but like, nah, we can do that again. Or, like, you think I would have done it. So, fuck that. Why? Such a bitch. Like, that man is never really open. He said 6 7 6 8 or 6 9 6 6. You're like a 6. That was it. I think I'll be watching it live. Or you'll want to be streaming. So as we say, you're watching.
Well, you ready? Lose?
We are about 15 miles
So I do.
north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida.
Bad.
Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick
Mike
off.
Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Jason Sanders has us ready for the start. Oh,
Yeah,
he gets
purpose.
it all wrong. Penalty flag's
So
going
you
to
cannot
come
do it
in.
on purpose.
Mark this one out beyond the 40-yard line. On play action, Stroud. That ball
Interception.
to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. From the gun, here's Stroud.
Nice. That's not a bad. You got one film challenge, man. Oh, I can't even. It's a lie, man.
A gain there of 15. It's good for a Texans first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Nico Collins,
See our play
the
action.
intended receiver there.
Yeah.
It's second down.
It's all.
Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Oh, a lot of
That's
chances
big.
on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. So, after two
Get that
straight
pickup.
incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. To the right side,
40.
Kurt's got
Keep
it.
that ball, man.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get
Like a
away.
fairy.
Well short of the first down marker.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches
Well,
this
no
back
theory,
in the film
man.
room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down.
Probably
Instead, he
bluff.
gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a
We knew it was a glove.
He will have the conversion and more. And he will get into the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot
Last
of
time he
this.
scored
You
for
know
the whole
why?
game.
It's the new kickoff
You wanna
line.
quit now,
So
you
think
go
about it.
ahead.
In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points.
look.
Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you
Don't
kick
quit.
a touchback.
So it's on
They
turn.
get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field
Please
position.
don't quit.
You're just better off going for touchdowns
Please.
when you get in here tight.
On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll bring it out to the
Oh, disrespect that.
22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Give me a little boy.
A first carry here for Devontae.
Who there?
And this play going nowhere. He is taken
Hey,
down
look,
behind
don't
the
disrespect.
line of scrimmage on their
God,
first
good
play of
boy.
the game.
Back at the 18-yard line.
Hey. There, that's it.
Out of the gun, here's Ewers. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 6.
Throwing from the gun is Ewers. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Ewers. This one complete to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 13. First down, Miami.
Dolphins, first down.
Throwing again is Ewers. Moving outside the pocket.
No!
Throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter.
Man, shut your damn mouth. Man, shut your fucking mouth.
Anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups
Well,
and
let's not
downs.
beat your ass at the end of the game.
They're just not going to see the
Fuck
coverage.
this.
They're going to get baited
Fucking
into
pick the
making
fuck
that
off.
throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key
Don't
is
try
how
me.
fast can these rookie quarterbacks
You hear me?
turn the page, move on, and not make
It
the
don't
same
matter.
mistake
How many
again.
games will matter?
On second down, Stroud.
Mine.
To the left side.
Just fucking kicked off.
And he's going to be marked
You know who the
down
fuck Nico
for
Collins is?
33.
I never heard of him. Never heard of him.
And now the first carry for Joe Mixon.
Best receiver in the league.
At the line of scrimmage.
Fucking Jonathan Fulton.
So after one, it's the Texans who have the early lead. And we're back to
You must
South
be from
Florida
Texas, huh?
after this.
You must be from Texas, huh?
Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins.
I knew it.
They've got it second
Fucking knew
down and 11.
That's a bopper. You got a bopper.
Throwing is
You got a
Stroud.
record. Mine.
Trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted.
Told you.
Picked off by Jordan Brooks. And he's going to be
Told
looking
you.
at a short field for the offense after the INT.
I told you.
Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
So not a lot of yards
Tell
on the
her ass
return,
down.
Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
In trouble, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open the... Drive.
Texans 43
It's over for you now.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Out of the gun, Tungo Bailoa. That one
Told you.
outside to Achek. And he will finally be taken down inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 38 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. From the gun, here's Tua. He's going to... good blocking, and he's in.
Good game, man.
Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Miami.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly.
Now a flip to the kicker.
Throw the ball.
This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. And after that last score, they want it back right away. A rare first half onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch them by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
Remember who the glitch is, right? Remember who the glitch is.
Flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
You remember that.
Here's Stroud.
That's what I'm talking about.
Take him down. Take him back to the other side of midfield. can they
The
do
best
here?
ever.
This is 3rd and forever. Now Stroud. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down.
Leave my shit alone. Get out of there.
So my boy, I'm gonna hit with who you playing with? Coach. She better be on Madden, son.